Good evening. Hello. I'm Mary Robinson. Hi. I'm delighted to participate in this global conversation with you as part of the Stand Up and Take Action mobilisation. I recall visiting your country when I was President of Ireland. I made a state visit, and the links between Ireland and India are quite close, in fact. And then in my work as UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, I was aware of the issues of the Dalits in India. So I'm really thrilled that this global conversation is with young members of the Dalit community in India, because I really want to know your views on how life is, what the barriers are and how you are coping, and also what you think about the Millennium Development Goals. So maybe we can take these sort of one by one. First of all, how is it for you as young people who are Dalits in India? Because I know there have been many issues and I'd like to hear your views. So who'd like to start?
It's great to interact with you.
Thank you.
And we are very proud to be a part of this campaign.
Well, I think it's great to talk with you and particularly to listen to your views. So I'm sure several of you would be able to tell me a little more so that I can be more familiar with the exact reality that you face every day.
Yes, ma'am, this one is our pleasure to meeting with you in the evening, and that's it.
Yeah, so we'll start by introducing ourselves.
I think that would be very good. Yes, please.
I'm Aprajita Raja. I'm pursuing my political science honours first year from the Delhi University.
Great.
Hello ma'am, I'm Shalini. I'm pursuing my graduation. It's second year English honours from Delhi University itself.
Very impressive.
This is Nafis Ahmad. I am pursuing my graduation from Jamia Millia in English honours, and I am also working for an NGO which is a Delhi-based NGO, White Lotus, a sister organization of Lotus Outreach International, and we are working in Haryana, and we are working in rural area of Haryana. So we are actually monitoring the schools, government schools over there.
And what are the, well, I'll come back to you because I'll have the introductions of the other three first, and then maybe we can come back to the work you're doing in that NGO. But first of all, I'll take the other three to introduce themselves, please.
Hello ma'am, this is Ravi Shankar. I am an advocate and practicing in Delhi High Court and working on the issue of reservation in private sector in India.
Thank you.
Good evening, respected madam. This is Siddharth, and I'm pursuing tourism from Delhi University, and I'm a member of NAT. My field is graduation of private sector in India.
Thank you.
My name is I'm doing my master's in social work from Jamia Millia.
Thank you. And the last person, does she want to join? Hi.
Oh, sorry for being late.
Don't worry.
I'm doing my master's in Tata Institute of Social Science.
Good. I can tell you're breathless. You must have been running. You're actually a very impressive group, so I'm really pleased to have this conversation with you. And maybe we can start with the work that you're doing with the NGO, the monitoring of education. What are you finding?
The findings are quite clear. Actually, the area we are working in. So if you just talk about the literacy rate of the area we are working in. So the girls' female literacy is very low. So to put the female literacy, it is only 1.13% to 1.16%. According to the survey that was conducted by the government of Haryana in 2008. So far as male literacy is concerned, male literacy is also very low, but male literacy is far better than female literacy. So the need of the hour is to educate the girls, educate the females. So we are running a campaign, and we are enrolling more and more girls in schools so that girls can also study and learn.
I'm delighted to hear that, because I think we're just recognizing that for too long we have allowed discrimination in lots of countries against the female child, the young girl, the adolescent girl, and that in fact it's really important that girls not only go to primary school but also secondary school and get equipped for economic independence as far as possible, because then they become good mothers, they become good members of the community. So I'm really pleased. There's a very big campaign now about the adolescent girls, so I hope you feel very supported in that work. Great. So who else is doing things they want to tell me about?
Well, I am associated with All India Students Federation. It is a leftist students organization. It's one of the oldest students organization of our country. So we basically look into all of the issues connected to education and students. And we, as my friend already told you, the dropout rates in our country is alarming. It's way too high, and it's very alarming, and especially amongst the female of our country. Education is very poor, and when it comes to female, also the Dalit females.
Yes.
Females are discriminated against everywhere, and if they belong to the Dalit community, they are even more discriminated. So they are completely at the outskirts of this society.
And why do you think that the dropout rate of female students is much higher than male students?
To some extent, there is the traditional discrimination that does exist against the females, the so-called gender roles associated with females. So I mean, it will take a hell lot of time, I guess, to get over it. But in our country, it's especially very widespread.
And
also, if you look at the rural areas, mostly girls are left behind to take care of their younger siblings and to assist their mothers in household chores.
Yes.
So that's another reason why the dropout rates are quite higher.
Yeah. Yes, I wondered about that, whether they had to do work in the home, household duties. Adding to discrimination.
They married out very early. They married out as young as 13 or 14 years old.
But the chief reason behind the girls dropout is that there is a conception that if girls study, so what will they do if they study?
Yes.
Since they are going to take care of this their children, they are going to raise the children. So what they need to do if they go to study and go for higher education? So this is the misconception which is still existing in rural areas. There's a reason. I think that is chief reason which is there, that girls are still lagging behind in education.
Yeah, and we know that this is one of the Millennium Development Goals, equality in education. Do you find it useful to use the Millennium Goals to make your case, especially for the Students' Union or for your NGO or each of you? I mean, is it useful to kind of pressurize the local government and the national government about the MDGs?
I think it's quite useful, and the policy is quite good, and it's quite impressive if it is implemented sincerely in the field. So the need of the hour is to implement the policies. There are lots of policies, and MDGs is also one of them, and the goals are quite impressive. If the initiatives which World Millennium Development is taking, if these goals are implemented quite sincerely in the field, right in the field, then the results will be quite obvious, and you will find the results in the field.
But I think I beg to differ here. One of the obstacles which comes while implementing the programs is that many times over a period we've seen women coming up as sarpanch, as the local head, but many times the decision still lacks with their husbands or brothers or sons, and that way I think even if we sort of initiate a program, we also need to look at where we're sort of focusing, and if we're able to sort of challenge the so-called